Greetings, brothers, sisters, friends, and foes. It's Bill from Agape on the streets. Thank you for joining me for this little build-out session. Unfortunately, didn't spend a lot of time on it today. We started out with wind, but God answered prayer, and we were able to get going. And really was just a cleanup day, but sit back and enjoy. Well, we came out today. I've been waiting for some time here for this wind to die down. It seems to be getting worse, unfortunately. But this is what we deal with here. I had planned a build-out day today and opening up the back of the trailer. And so far, I don't know. I'm almost thinking about just doing it anyways because the wind is coming from the front, so it's not blowing into the back. I don't see a lot of dust, but this is where I get awfully frustrated out here. We had a beautiful, perfect day yesterday, but you know, praise God. I went to church. I needed that. I needed to reconnect and stuff, and I'm not regretting that one bit. But thought we'd start Monday off here and dive into some work, and it's not looking like that's going to happen, but I haven't given up yet, so let's see where this goes. I'm going to grab a quick bite to eat, and I'm going to reevaluate this whole situation. So the wind has calmed down quite a bit out here, and I'm going to try to do some work here on the trailer. It is getting late, kind of a shame to pull everything out and not have as much work time. I had a little wireless lapel microphone I bought to use with this video, but unfortunately I can't get it to work. It was a cheapie. I don't have the money. I know what pro stuff is. I've used it all my life, and right now that's just not where I'm at. But yeah, I do want to recommend these disc locks to you, and I've got a source online. I get these rather inexpensively. I get these about 10 bucks a piece actually. You got to buy a quantity of 4 for the price I get. But these things are amazing. I've modified these hasps, making a new hardened steel top of the hasp here, and much better. You can't just walk up with bolt cutters. And I mean, I've watched people get into these things within minutes with the regular lock, and you can always break in, but this makes them reconsider. So I'm going to leave this rear ramp on my trailer. I know a lot of people change these out, but I actually turned this into my patio, and I've got stands on the ground, and this comes down yeah, I got a real mess here. I think today is going to be more of a cleanup day than anything. So we've got quite a bit of junk in here, and I guess today is more sorting day than anything else. As you know, if you've watched my last video, God's really been shaking me lately. You know, this lifestyle, I mean, most of my friends, you know, and even, you know, my mentors and elders and, you know, the people I look up to, this shakes them. And so when I go to them for support, I got a lot of people, they look at this and they don't even get it. So they're shaken by it. So, you know, I'm a logical guy. So in my mind, I say, if they're shaken by it, oh no. You know, what do you have to worry about? Well, boy, that's huge, you know. And so it's made this really hard. And I'm not thinking about walking away from this because God has made it very clear that for now, this is where He wants me. And He has shown me the blessing in it, the joy in it, that those people they just don't see. You know, we've got different callings, different walks. I'm not on the thing where I'm saying they're not doing it and they're lesser Christians or anything else. I've had a lot of that around me out here, unfortunately. You know, a lot of people out here that are hurt, as am I. I've been through stuff. I'll be straight out with it, but I'm not going to take my problems out on other people and you know, try to make them the blame for it. It's something I started slipping into a little bit, and God caught me on it, and you know what? It's time to move on. It's not where we live. It's not what we do as Christians. We lean on God for all things. We don't blame people, even if they've done us wrong. And that's what people, oh, but he did this, he said this, he promised this. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're leaning on God. You got to be stronger than that, and that strength comes from God. So basically, that means you got to lean on Him more, and that's just where this all goes. I've gone through this discussion with a lot of people. I've had several Christians now that have gotten close to me, and they get to know what I've gone through, and they start to kind of get on that thing. Well, those people, you know, they owe you or this or that. No, they don't. No, they don't. That's bad advice. It's not godly. They're going to be accountable for the Lord, to the Lord. If you promise people things, if you say certain, you know, whatever it is, and you, especially if it comes in the form of a promise, and that's why we have to be really careful making promises to people, because you don't really know, you don't know if you're going to be even alive tomorrow. So, you know, when you start saying, we're gonna go do this and that, that's a place Christians got to be careful with, and we do it a lot. I get it, but you're going to get it if you keep doing it, because I did, and it's created problems in my life. And you know, as I just said in my last couple videos, God has blessed me with a good education, not just education as schooling, but experience to back it up. I've probably got more experience than probably 80-85% of people I come into contact with, at least. A lot of things I've learned, and I've actually gone out and got to experience those lessons from multiple angles. Been able to be really challenged on what I was taught, my perception, and even with that, don't get prideful and let it go to your head, because nobody knows that much. And that's what I've learned. With a lot of kids online right now, and I'm starting to block a lot of them. The block list on Facebook, I'm sorry, but I call it the woke list now. And you can disagree with me, but if it comes to the point, a lot of these people I've been talking to for years, and rather than just reasoning and disagreeing, name calling starts. They get into the circular reasoning. Well, this is going on. Example, the whole 2025 agenda thing. It's like, wait, that's already been verified that that's not happening. You know, this stuff that's debunked, and we'll make that conclusion, even show articles, whatever it takes, and sometimes minutes later they're right back, well, this, and it's like, you know what, I'm done wasting my time here. I'm putting you on my list. We're done. You chose the wrong color pill, my friend, and now you're choosing to swallow it. So you know, you're accountable for it at this point. And unfortunately, that alone breaks my heart, because I love these kids, and I'm seeing that we're going to have a large population of this generation is going to be left alone and very frustrated. It's going to be a very ugly situation, but we have allowed this. So I mean, I think I need to be partially held accountable. My generation that'll let this happen. These guys have been extremely brainwashed. You know, we call it woke. I don't know if there's a better word for it. I don't like that word. I don't like the name calling, but it seems to be what we use to identify it now. What I do say is we've let this happen. We've complained about it, and that's where my issues came from. I went out in the streets because most of the people in the places I was fellowshipping, the churches I was going, were complaining about, look in the streets, the riots were going at the time, LGBTQ, What have they done to our kids? Oh no, they hate us, they hate God. It's all based on lies. Well, let's go do something about it. Let's go show them the love of God. Oh, you know, that's not my calling, but bro, we got your back. And I went out and they didn't have my back. I went out and they went on to complaining about new things, and you know, I probably became another thing they complained about. Now, oh, he wants our money, he's fleecing the flock. Well, guess what, guys? I'm not after you anymore. But you got to deal with God, because that's how we do it as Christians. I love you all unconditionally. I pray for you. Yes, that has cost me dearly. It's put me through a lot of hard stuff. But in that, I've learned, and I've just grown closer to the Lord. So, praise God, you know, praise God. I don't like it, but we're not here to like it. Another thing I wish the generation could learn. It's not about your feelings. Well, that was a weird day. This is a weird video, but check it out. I got it cleaned up, got my work area back, and tomorrow we are going to pick up where we left off. Okay, you crazies. Okay. So weird day, weird video, but thank God work area is cleaned up. We can actually function in here now, do a good build video. Hey, thanks for joining me. I told you I'd give you a video, so here you go. Bye-bye now.